Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a review of My Dress Up Darling, episode 7. You know, something. Last week was one of those moments where I felt giddy about this episode last week, especially with Kitagawa dressing up as the guy and Gojo stepping up. He made some friends. Now, after last week, we now jump shifts to not an arc, but it's more like a sweet episode. But let me tell you this, guys. Let me start with a little kick. First off, Marin Kitagawa. You know, I'm gonna make a legit hot take what I'm about to say for this season alone. You ready? Marin Kitagawa has right now the best girl of this season. I know that's kind of shocking to most people, but we gotta take credit where credit is due. Marin Kitagawa is just killing the freaking competition. And by killing the competition, I'm talking about ever since My Dress Up Darling came out, Marin Kitagawa has been the most talked about girl since previous years. Since then, when the new season came out, Kitagawa has been beating up every freaking aspect of best girl this season. And I don't think no girl is gonna top Marin Kitagawa in this season's best girl department. And that other girl from I forgot the other one. It's that new rom-com they've been talking about. The girl with the black hair, love this punk dude. I forgot the name of that show. But my point is, Kitagawa is just taking it. Everything about Kitagawa has been no negativity about her. Not one girl can do it. Gojo has stepped up more ways than one this season as well. Now, we're talking about development. These two are a natural development. And I will make another thing. Gojo and Kitagawa is better than Momo and Orikun from Dandadan. And not only that, Gojo and Kitagawa relationship, their romance for each other, let's be honest, guys. They're in the top 5 or top 10 greatest anime couple of all time. Of all time. Like, you really can't put a cake on it. These two, like, it's just funny. And speaking of cake, I don't see nothing wrong with the thick women's in anime or not the thick girls. Look, we all have our tastes when it comes to different types of women. Some people prefer thin, some people prefer thick. You know, a leg or a thigh, you name it. But that's how it is in this episode. Which, by the way, is what we covered. So without further ado, let's get right to the review of My Dress Up Darling Season 2, Episode 7. Because this was a very sweet episode and gullible at the same time. Okay, so Kitagawa. You know, we have seen Kitagawa eat and eat and eat. And I question myself every time I watch her. Like, when I do videos of My Dress Up Darling, I always question how in the hell Kitagawa eats like this and still looks like this. Like, damn. Everything she cooks is fried eggs, fried rice, fried chicken and all, but she got a slim body. And I'm questioning myself, like, how? She's a model and she eats like this? I'm trying to figure it out. So she going to her hairstylist, you know, like always, you know, the friends of and all that stuff. And she's showing off the thing, you know, like all girls, like, oh, can I borrow this? I'm gonna use this power bank. She's like, oh, here's Gojo. Oh, look, here's Gojo. He's a sweetheart. You know, I like how you say Gojo's a sweetheart. That's kind of adorable. And showing off the little thing he got from her. And then all of a sudden, she sat down in the chair, the hairstylist say, you're getting fat. And not just by looking at it. It's like, you could tell a person is getting fat just by the face. Like the chubbiness of their face, you could actually tell that they're getting fat. And Kitagawa didn't believe it. So when she was modeling, and they're talking about their boyfriends, the Asian with that cold stare. You know, that cold stare reminds me of Bleach. Captain Onohana. Remember Bleach? The Captain Squad 4 gave you that cold, chill eyes. You could see the look on her smile face that she's evil and she's mad at you. That's how she is. So the stylist is like, you're getting fat. And looking at her, she just got that cold stare. She's like, you better lose some weight. And so I like the antics with her and her friends, because because if you go back, she put on that padded thing to make her look like a dude. But it's funny because I'm like, Kitagawa eats all food and still looks like that. How is that even? Now that's one of those anime logic, but it does. But again, we keep forgetting. Like in the opening of season 2, she's eating a freaking burger. She's eating a burger, and she's still fat like that. I mean, she's not fat. I'm like, yo, come on, this is ridiculous. So, and the thing is, and what's crazy is she went to Gojo's house with her and her grandpa. I mean, with him and his grandpa. Bringing all the food that he had, and she looked back on her and she's like, oh girl, I'm getting fat. Until she quickly rushed home and she tried on these past outfits that Gojo was wearing. All the past outfits that Gojo made for her since season 1. Remember the black dress she wore, the white top that she, and she could fit that. But when she look at that pudgy stomach, like pudge, that's what she like. That's a meme. I'm sorry. That shocking reaction when she realized she was fat, that's gonna be my thumbnail for that opening of my Dress Up Darling review, because that is just the shocker of like Kitagawa's shocking reaction. She like now, it's nothing wrong with the thick women in anime. I mean, come on, has anybody seen Plus Size Elf? Has anyone seen Plus Size Elf? And I guarantee you, Plus Size Elf is a good anime, because the concept is, yeah, overweight character, but still, they are really hot. Especially that dark elf. Remember that dark elf in Plus Size Elf with her ass? She's beautiful. And I say this, she's hotter than Yorodichi. But that's a different topic in another way. Look, I ain't seen nothing wrong with thick women, and there's nothing wrong with the little bit of having a little meat. I mean, everybody knows. Some guys, like myself, do like some thickness in the bones of a woman. I mean, we all do. I'm pretty sure you and everybody else does. So Kitagawa having a little thing on her stomach, I see no change in that. She looks freaking hot still. Did a little stomach, little pudgy little thing going on. I see nothing wrong with that. But so the next day, Kitagawa was all in utterly defeat. It's like those little knockout rounds. You like, that. But then we realized that every food that Gojo makes for her, that's considered her breakfast. That is her breakfast. So every time Kitagawa, so her eating routine has been like going to Gojo and Gojo's house, eat some food, take some food home, and then when she wakes up for breakfast, she eats the leftovers. And that's kind of been like her routine. So Gojo's reaction is like, are you telling me that the rice you make, the fried rice, chicken, fried food, he calculating everything in his mind? He's like, 50,000 calories? Okay, that's going over the top. But still, he calculated all those things from season 1 up till now. She's like, all the time you've been eating my food? You use it for breakfast? You don't use it for lunch? I mean, I got a question for you guys. How many times y'all done that? I mean, me personally, I don't do that. Like, if I get leftovers from lunch, I take it with me to work, and then on my break, I eat it. But I don't like open the refrigerator, and then here's the box of Chinese food, and I'm gonna eat it for breakfast. I know I'm not like that, but I'm pretty sure some of y'all have done that kind of thing. I'm sorry. But how sweet is this episode when they go on a date? This is like the actual date. Like, we haven't had a date like for Gojo and Kitagawa in a long time, but this is like their actual date. So they're out at the park, and they trying on these socks on for these socks. Kitagawa looks amazing wearing socks. We don't really see her that way, but she looks amazing in socks. And her hair. You know what? When I saw that twiddly pigtail hair, you know what the first thing reminds me of? This. Look closely. You see that, or you see the details in this one? That's what reminds me of. Reminds me of, like, the hair of from Kitagawa. And I look at this, I'm like, wait a minute. This is the same there. Now here's the question: whose hairstyle is better, Mitsuri or Kitagawa? Because they both have that similar hairstyle trait, and it's hard to answer that question because they both have that same color tied hair. You know how Mitsuri got from pink to green and Kitagawa went from yellow to orange. They got that same looking trait. Now, down for the whole camera thing, this is where they get the reaction. She bought a DSL camera. That's a lot of money. Cameras like those are fucking expensive. Cameras like those are so expensive that Gojo has stepped up from technology. He went from phone to now a DSL camera. And the details on the camera is 4 HDK, whatever you call it. And that screenshot where Kitagawa was smiling, straight out of the manga, it is fantastic. It was so freaking beautiful. I'm glad that they took that manga panel and put it into the animation, and it was flawless. It was flawless. I mean, Gojo taking photos of Kitagawa with her hair and all that. It was the sweetest episode. It so sweet. Like you can't even get your eyes up. That was amazing. And they getting ready to go to another convention where the guy they met is also coming. So it's really nice to that. But I do like the ending though. The ending just showed Kitagawa want to take a photo of Gojo's grandpa. And it was just a magical thing. It wasn't just for the camera, just seeing him smiling and being happy, you know. Marin Kitagawa, she may be my second favorite gal. But she's best girl this season. Let's call it like it is. I don't think nobody can hold a candle to Marin Kitagawa this season. I understand summer animes are jam-packed with new shows, returning shows, and all that. But if we put best girl from returning shows and now, nobody ain't stopping Marin Kitagawa this season. There's nothing about her that's just me. And Gojo, you gotta give Gojo credit. Stepping up to the plate every season. He got friends. He got a girl. Hell, he even had videos of how to make props. Gojo, I don't usually say this, but I gotta say it after watching this episode and so on. Why can't I have a Kitagawa like you? Why can't I have a Marin Kitagawa like you? I felt like that Yugi impression when he's like, it should have been me, not him. That's how I feel. I'm not jealous of Gojo. But Gojo, again, is one of those inspirational guys. To have a girl like Kitagawa, you can't make this stuff up. You really can't. But overall, though, this episode was funny and sweet. Like sweetness and lightning type vibe. The whole Marin getting weight, a little bit kind of a funny thing going on. And the whole sweet episode of her with her pigtails and her smiling, taking a photo from that manga panel was really fantastic. But still, it's great. It is so great. But again, this was a sweet episode to say. And next week is going to be more sweeter and more comedy than anything. So I look forward for next week's episode of My Dress Up Darling. Yeah, as you guys know, Anime NYC is this week. We're days away. My anime hot takes are getting ready. And I'm looking forward to as much as you guys are. And I got my Anime NYC back. So get ready. I'm going to raise a little hell with my anime hot takes. From past to present, I'm going to step it up. Get ready. So thank you for watching my review. I don't know what I'm going to cover My Dress Up Darling next week because of Anime NYC, but I'll give it a shot as much as possible. So, see you soon.